Yeah, so the first BT Scientist and Technology exhibition we did was in 2014 when I did it by myself in second year. And this had nothing to do with the business we have now, but I basically did it on do Mars bars make horses run faster?
Do Mars bars make horses run faster?
Yeah. And I just did it for a bit of fun, just to enter the competition. After that, because it was such a good exhibition, we decided to do it again when Annie came into first year.
Hang on, so you tested Mars bars on horses to see if they were. Can you explain how you went through that procedure?
Yes, yeah, so I did it on our two horses over a weekend, so on a Saturday and Sunday. On the Saturday, I set up a 100-meter track, and Annie rode the two horses, like galloped them up it 10 times, and I timed how fast I went. And then I gave them a half an hour break and gave them a Mars bar at the start of the half an hour break. And then Annie, galloped them up again 10 times later, and I saw if it made them go faster or slower or what the difference was. But then on Sunday, I just swapped the order around, so I gave them the Mars bar first.
Okay.
And raced them to make sure that they weren't tired.
So you're eliminating bias. It's a good scientific approach.
Basically.
So do Mars bars make horses go faster?
No, but they love them.
Okay. Well, no, I mean, a non-result is still a result in science,
exactly.
right? We have to publish our non-results. Okay, so you did that, but you really enjoyed the experience of the exhibition. Tell us about what that was like and why you decided, you know what, I want more of this.
Well, because I did it by myself in second year, you just have to make friends beside you, otherwise it's kind of boring. So I made friends with like everyone beside me, and we keep in touch. Like we all did it the years after because we enjoyed it so much. Like I still talk to them. I met them yesterday, and basically I just really enjoyed the whole like opening ceremony and all the lights and the cameras and the music and like everyone was just in such
the
a
glamour,
good mood.
essentially.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I wanted to do it again, and I persuaded Annie to do it with me. Sisterly love.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then we did it in 2015 together, and then Annie did it by herself in 2016.
So what was your second attempt at science here?
So the second project was about adding different flavors to horse feed to encourage them to eat it. Because sometimes like a horse would go off the feed mainly just because they're fed up with it, really, because they're getting the same stuff day after day.
So horses get bored with food, do they?
Well, they can.
Not with Mars bars.
So then we decided, right, we'll try different flavors and see which ones they prefer. So we started off with about 150 different flavors, and we narrowed it down to 10.
No. 150 flavors. So you fed horses 150 different types of food.
They were.
Do they have any idea what was going on?
I don't know.
They were just getting spoiled.
And so how do you, I don't even know, I couldn't name more than maybe 10 or 20 flavors from the world's cuisine. How do you come up with 150 flavors?
Well, we used like loads of different herbs and spices as well. So we had.
So you raided the kitchen.
Not quite. Yeah, but so then anyway, we got it down to 10, right? So then with the 10, we did it on about 10 horses, and we said, right, we'll narrow it down to 3 again. So we got it down to 3, and I think they were vanilla, caramel, and fenugreek, which is a herb from India.
Fenugreek.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then we sent it out to over 100 horses across the country and got the results back. And that was really our 2015 Young Scientist project.
And how did that go? Because that's a lot of horses. I mean, as a sample size, to get that many animals involved in a experiment, that's really good, right? So what was the results of that, and did you find a clear winner?
Yeah, so fenugreek was the clear winner, so by far, which we were really surprised by. Because at the start, we tried maybe 10 different types of fenugreek, like different herbs, different spices, some were like vegetables and everything. Like there was literally so many different types of it. So anyway, we found this one that they liked, and they completely turned their noses up at like some of the other types of it. So we were just like,
so it's quite
shocked.
A specific type of this herb that they love.
Yeah.
And did anybody know that horses like this particular flavoring in their food before?
Well, there was a guy called Keelan Johnson, and he did a project in UL. So we got onto him, and he was like, yeah, I used it, but he used just one type of it. So they liked his type as well, but it wasn't as significant as some of the other flavors he used, because he did it slightly differently to us. Like, he used different types of feeds as well, and then trying to reuse the feeds as well to like make it more like environmentally friendly.
Right.
So then that was the project for that year, which went really well. So that was the year we won the prize. So then last year I decided to do it by myself. So Kate was then in with the business and the exhibition hall with the other past BTYSTE people. So last year I did it on stomach ulcers and horses, and that's really where the whole business came into it.
Okay.
So it was kind of like finding different mixes of all 100% natural herbs, spices again to come up with a product to prevent and cure gastric ulcers. So then we found that, and even since then, like, we've been adding more stuff to help and improve like the products that goes along. But our company is called Fenu Health, as you said, and our main product is Fenu Save, which you have there.
Product placement. Okay, very good. And this is fully natural. It's fenugreek flavored, and it's actually effective against gastric ulcers in horses.
Yep. Yeah.
So how do horses get gastric ulcers?
Well, see, like, horses, when they're in the wild, they're eating all the time, so acid is like constantly being produced in the stomach. So then, but then when they're in like a racing yard, they're not getting fed all the time. Maybe they're fed 4 or 5 times a day.
Yeah.
The acid just burns their stomach lining. So that's where the gastric ulcer forms. So like 90% of racehorses have gastric ulcers.
90% of racehorses have gastric. Wow. This smells like curry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an Indian spice.
So horses love curry.
Maybe.
I did not know that. Actually, do people want to pass that around? It's a remarkable smell for horse feed. Have you tasted it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have? Have you really?
Yeah.
What does it taste like?
Not very nice.
Not good.
Delicious.
Yeah, yummy. So I'm interested then because you've gone through this scientific process and you learned how to identify things through this procedure of going through the Young Scientist exhibition and perfecting the science and impressing judges, but also talking to people and making connections. So when did this idea and these things become a company, Kate? And when did you start actually thinking, you know what, we're going to make a business out of this?
Well, it was in 2015 when we did the flavour project. After we won the prize on the Friday night, Dad brought us for our celebration breakfast in town on the Saturday morning. And when I was eating my breakfast, I got a ding on my phone, and I checked who it was, and all it said was, "Hi Kate, well done on the award last night. I will talk to you during the week from Shanghai, Michael Connolly," as in Michael Connolly from Connolly's Red Mills.
Right.
And I was like, okay. So then, like,
just random text from a businessman in Shanghai at the moment.
I didn't even know he had my number. So, so about 2 weeks later, I got a call from a number I'd never seen in my life. There was so many numbers, and I answered it, and he was like, "Hi, Kate, it's Michael," and I was like, "Michael," and he was like, "Michael Connolly, I texted you," and I was like, "Oh yeah, hi," and he was like, "It was a great idea. So, do you want to come to Germany with us?" And I was like, "What?" And then he ended up bringing us to Equitana, which is the world's largest equine trade fair in Germany, in Essen. And Annie and myself went over the St. Patrick's weekend in March. And there we went for 3 days. And Michael was kind of introducing us to people over there because he's so well known. And the first day, no one took us seriously because we were only 15 and 13 at the time.
Right.
So no one really took us seriously.
And they thought you were sort of a cutesy PR stunt sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so then the second day, people were kind of like, oh, like they might have something here, you know. And then by the third day, there was literally people like queuing up to meet with us. So that.
Wow, what was that like?
It was pretty good. And then, but we kept with those contacts, like, so.
So
like,
hang on, did you have like a supply chain? Did you have your network infrastructure for your business? Did you have all this, any of this sorted, or did you just have an idea in a box?
The idea.
Yeah, at the time it was the idea, and we had like, it was kind of getting into production as well. Like we were kind of starting it off. So then after that, we got like huge help from loads of people, really, and especially like we started talking to loads of people from Qatar and Saudi Arabia and things. So yeah, so that's where like our main contact started there. So yeah.
And then, there's been a lot of promotion. You've done really well to sort of utilize the promotion that you've kind of gotten over the past while. I believe one of the most famous Irish horses, Paddy the Plasterer, is involved in some of the promotion. You've been using IT and social media to sort of spread out and reach your audience. Can you tell me a little bit about that, Kate?
Yes, so Paddy the Plasterer was a famous X-race horse now, but he won the Arkle, one of the biggest races. And we got in because the way we got in contact with him was because one of the ladies who rides him now, Joanne, she's really into side saddle, and our other sister, Claire, is really into side saddle.
Right.
So we got onto Joanne and was like, oh, would Paddy like to try some of our flavours? And she was like, Paddy loves this food. So he had some flavours.
No, he's fine.
Yeah.
I think we know what we got here.
Yeah. But he ate the flavours, and then she agreed to let him be our brand ambassador. So we had his picture everywhere.
Yeah.
Famous horse.
You plastered pictures of Paddy the Plasterer everywhere.
Pretty much, yeah.
And from that we have, because we're both addicted to our phones, so we are always on Facebook and Twitter. So we set up a Facebook page and a Twitter page for Fenu Health, and we started off with like 420 followers maybe between them, and we thought we were great. Yeah. And then
like it was pretty good.
It's not, I mean, that's a lot. For a brand new company, it's not bad.
Yeah, we were pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
But now, that was about 2 years ago, and now we have 130,000 between Facebook and Twitter with social media followers.
Which is huge reach.
Yeah.
I mean, there are many. I'm sure there are people in the room who do not have that sort of reach on social media. So how did you do it? Because today is about communications, and love to know how you managed to figure out how to increase that reach of your audience.
Yeah. So a lot of it was like just like at the start it was more just asking people, and like on all the radio, television interviews that we did, it was kind of just like us on Facebook,
like us on Facebook.
So and then then we just and then it was kind of just like we kind of got more used to it and had like getting to use it better as well. And then so we just ended up our phone is like our little online office. Like it's pretty much like we do everything on our phone. Like we've been doing emails on the way in on the bus, going to school, and so all we sell everything online mainly. So it's all done through the website, and
And so you're in school during the day. Do you then check before you go into French class? Do you check and see if there's any orders and reply to some clients and that sort of stuff? Does that happen?
Yeah. So at the moment we've got 5 people on our team. So with Fenu Health. So when we're in school, Sarah and Tony look after loads, mainly the orders come in, Tony's in the office.
Are these employees or are these family members?
No, they're
employees.
They're employees?
Yeah,
okay,
they're not
wow.
related to us.
That's impressive. So when you're in school, your employees look after the business.
Yeah.
Great, okay.
Yeah, so we'd be getting... Annie has an iPad in school because the first, second and third years have iPads.
Yeah.
So you're not supposed to be on your email.
But if the teacher has to go photocopy something, then you're just
You go photocopy, quick check in.
Yeah, quick
Don't
check.
tell the principal.
Stock check, so on. And what do the school make of it? Have they commented? have they?
No, they're all really supportive. Our business teacher, Miss Kelly, is she's always helping us out. We entered all the business competitions, Student Enterprise, the local enterprise offices, and Griffith College. So when we were doing them, she was helping us out with the reports and stuff because she's a business teacher.
Yeah.
She's really good. So then so we ended up winning the Student Enterprise one for Dublin City, and then the Griffith College one as well. So it was really good. But then after that we were we're gonna keep going with this. And then so this year now we've got the van, which is outside.
Yeah.
So that's
strategically placed van outside.
Sorry?
The strategically placed van
Yeah.
outside.
Oh, yeah.
I see you got pole position on the Williams car, which is pretty impressive. To finish up, what did the exhibition mean to you guys? When you won the exhibition, what did you learn from the whole process, and what did it mean to you?
After we won the prizes, what we found the most, the best out of the competition was when people like you, the tops of all your jobs, started walking around, and you kind of encourage everyone. but don't encourage, like, don't tell everyone they're fantastic if they're not fantastic.
Like, no, like,
Like
no,
everyone
what?
is, but if you find a really good one that you
Yeah.
think could be potentially a business, tell them that, but don't tell everyone
because
that.
then, like, because everyone talks to each other, like, beside the stand. So then you're like, what did they say to you? And they're like, oh, they said I was brilliant. Oh, they said that to me too. Like,
You think it sort of
yeah,
devalues
yeah,
it?
like,
You think
if
it's
you-
like, pick the 4 or 5 projects that you really think are, like, really good. And just, like, even, like, just the encouragement.
because
like,
you
we
didn't
got.
know
Yeah.
if you
No.
really had a good business idea,
Yeah.
because everybody was told, "Oh, you're fantastic."
Yeah. So
And
even
like, well,
if-
it's. I mean, I've been around. I've interviewed everybody who's taken part, and it is really difficult to look at someone and say, "Well, that's great," and then not say, "Oh, you know, this could turn into a bit." But that's an interesting tip. So if you are out there, and I hope you do go and check out the exhibition, guys, save your business acumen and your praise for just the select few, and don't tell everybody there. You can say that's a great exhibition, but if you do think there's serious potential in something, set them aside and say, look, I really do think this could have legs, and give them your business card. Is that right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're all really interesting. That's why they got in. But
Yeah.
there's still when you walk around, you can spot the few.
Some that really
yeah,
do have a bit.
like
Yeah,
the
and
people
I
that-
was there 2 years ago, and I saw some ideas, and I was like, this is a business idea
Yeah.
right there and then. I think you know it.
And then also with the reason why we've grown is because, like, when we want to get something done, we just go to the top people. We just email them and email them and email them.
I don't bother with
No.
middlemen. I just go straight
Yeah,
to the top.
Just straight to
I
the
see.
top.
No,
Because
but- yeah.
we did this when we wanted to launch our products. We went to get the Minister of Agriculture at the time, Minister Coveney. We emailed him to ask him would he launch our products. And then we didn't get a reply. So because we go to school in the red and the green, and his office is on Kildare Street, we just got off the bus stop early and went into his office every single day for about 2 months, and then he launched our products. So
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a really warm round of applause for Annie and Kate Madden.